Okay, so this portion of the experience in building your Facebook page is really important because you want to make sure that you're anticipating what people are going to do. So I'm going to show you this step by step. This is going to be a longer video, so hunker down and pay attention. Okay, so as you can see, the page is unpublished, and it's unpublished because I have not put content on the page. I'm not ready for people to join the page. I want to be as preemptive as possible. That means that I want to create the content well before I have anyone visit this page. I also want to schedule the content well before anyone visits this page. I want to know who my target audience is. I want to know how old they are. I want to know what they're interested in. I want to know what the frequently asked questions are, and I want to anticipate their objections. I want to basically be ahead of the game. Okay, so this is a section where you can actually control the conversation so that you're not having to deal with you're not having to deal with people doing things on your page that you don't want them to do. Okay, so visitor post, we'll start there. Okay, anyone can publish to the page. No, we don't want that because this is a business page. Review. So what you're going to do is you're going to put review posts by other people before they are published to the page. Okay, and that's pretty simple. Okay, I want to allow them to post, but I want them to be approved first. Okay, so that's moderation. So you're really just turning on all of these things so you can moderate the page. You don't want a free for all because people will post whatever, and that could be very bad for your brand. Okay, newsfeed, audience, and visibility for posts. The ability to narrow the potential audience for news feed and limit visibility on your post is turned off. You want to turn that on. Okay. And the reason being is because if you want to target a specific segment of your audience, you'll now be able to do that. Messages. People can contact my page privately. Now, this is entirely up to you. I don't really want people to be able to message my page privately because I would be answering messages all day long. Now, for you, that might be a little bit different. Maybe you do want people to be able to message your page privately, but I have a different method of customer service that I use. And generally, when I do my Facebook Lives, that is when I answer questions. So I don't like having to go through a bunch of messages because it's no different than having to go through a bunch of emails. So I don't do that. But for you, maybe that's something that you want to do. You know, if you have a local brick and mortar business, you can most definitely do that and people can send you messages. But for me, that would be bad. Okay, so just do what is right for you. I don't want to have to answer private messages. Okay, tagging ability. Only people who help manage my page can tag photos posted on it. Yes, please have that be your thing. Now, if you want others to be able, allow others to tag photos and videos published by your, don't, I'm recommending not doing that because this is a business page and you tagging, basically you're guilty by association. If someone tags you and they're like, you know, drinking a brew on a nude beach, that's a problem, okay? Especially if that's not what your brand is and you don't want that type of thing on your page. Please make sure that you don't mess with that one, okay? Others tagging this page. People in other pages can tag my page. Here's the thing. I think that you should turn that off if you don't want to be dragged into anybody else's mess. Okay, but if you're okay with people tagging your page, say for instance, there's an event that's coming up and your business is going to be speaking at that event. You're going to have someone representing your business. It's a good idea to, you know, allow people to be able to tag you because then people who are following your page can see that you're tagged and then they can know about this event. Okay, so I'm not going to mess with that one. Page location for frames. Honestly, this is so that other people can use your page's location for photo and video frames. You know, this is entirely up to you. Again, this is, you know, subjective. If you want people to be able to tag you and for you to be able to have backlinks. Now, backlinks are when someone tags your page. Say, for instance, you know, you are on YouTube and someone mentions your company, they can tag your company's location by putting a URL or putting some sort of identifier. So I wouldn't mess with that. Okay. Country restrictions. Who do you want to see your page around the world? So if you only show this page to viewers in these countries, this is basically, if I wanted to say United States only, I could change that. Or, if I said United States, if I type United States, okay, only show this to the United States. But I don't want to do that. I want people from all around the world to be able to enjoy my content. Okay, so I can hide this page from viewers in these countries. So if I don't want people who are in, I don't know, specific areas, like maybe at Nigeria, okay, that's not really. But if I said Nigeria, or you know what, I hate to be harsh, but like people in third world countries, sometimes you don't want them to be your audience because they will not buy from you, because they can't buy from you. And so you want to think about who your audience is and why you want them to be your audience. A lot of the countries that I noticed see some of my content are from Africa sometimes. And this can be, due to who you associate your page with. So you want to be really careful about that. I'm not going to put any restrictions here at the moment. Okay. So it's visible to anyone, but understand that if you attract countries that cannot buy your products and services, then you're going to have a problem. So that's just something to think about. Now, the next thing is age restrictions. I know who my audience is. So rather than, allowing anyone to look at my page, what I can do is I can go and say 21 and over. Okay? Remember that anyone who is restricted won't be able to see your page and will automatically unlike it. Yes, this is true. So I'm going to go ahead and save that because I know that my audience is over the age of 21 and I don't really want 13-year-olds on my page scoping around. They won't really understand the content. Okay? Now we're going to go to page moderation. So no words are being blocked from the page at the moment, but if I wanted to block, say for instance, racial slurs or political speech or anything like that, any sensitive topics or sensitive words, then I can go ahead and do that. I don't think that I'm going to have, people talking like that on the page, so I don't really need to do that. But if you are, running a page where you may be susceptible to people saying things, then this is a great opportunity for you to moderate what people are saying on the page. If they say certain buzzwords, they are basically going to get kicked off the page, okay? You can have a profanity filter. If you want to turn the profanity filter, I'm going to turn it on to medium because I don't think a lot of people are going to be speaking profanity, but just in case. I don't really want people, dropping F-bombs or the S-bomb or things like that. I don't want them saying that. So I'm going to do medium. Okay. Similar page suggestions. Choose whether your page is recommended to others. Yeah, I think you should definitely be recommended. So basically what this is include your passive legacy when recommending similar pages people might like. So in people's newsfeed, if they have liked a page, what it'll show is a bunch of boxes that'll show other pages that are similar to it. You definitely want to be included in the K because then that allows for discoverability. And I know I'm moving fast here, but there's a lot to cover and I don't want this to be like an hour long. Okay, so post in multiple languages. Do you want to be able to post in multiple languages? This depends on if you're just talking to an English audience where everybody speaks English, or maybe you are speaking to people that are native Spanish speakers, but they also speak English, or maybe they're native to a specific tongue and you want to be able to have people that speak English and people speak whatever other language. Okay, so this is where you set up that settings. Can they post in multiple languages? Okay, and also, can you translate automatically? Your post may show translations automatically for people who read other languages. So if you know that your people are multilingual, then I would leave that alone. Okay. All right. Comment ranking. Most recent comments are shown for my page by default, but you can change this and say see most relevant comments by default. But I don't think you should do that, because then people can't see the engagement on your posts. So I would leave that alone. Okay, content distribution. Downloading to Facebook is allowed. I definitely wouldn't mess with that. Okay. This can cause some problems if you say prohibit downloading to Facebook, because then people can't share content. You can't share content the same way that you want. You can't download videos and things like that. So I would leave that alone. Now, you can download your page. So you can actually download your page. If it gets to the point where your page is, say, nice and ripe and you've got all this different data on it, and you want to make sure that you download the page at its most recent, then you can come here and you can download the page. It'll give you all of your information, all of your data, and it's basically like giving you your virtual file. Okay? Now, this is lovely. You guys can actually merge pages. So if I wanted to merge duplicate pages and I felt like, okay, I have another page that is like Your Passive Legacy and then Your Passive Legacy Academy, and I can merge those two pages if that's what I want to do, and I'm probably going to do that. So right here, I can go to, I'd have to put in my password, but I don't want to. It's not going to tell you what the password is, by the way. So I can go ahead and do that, but I don't really want to do that. So this is what it looks like when you merge the page, okay? So I have Your Passive Legacy, and I can go here and add Your Passive Legacy Academy, which has 0 likes. So if I wanted, I can merge these two pages, okay? Things to remember. You can only request a merge if you're an admin for both pages. The pages you merge must represent the same thing and have similar names. If you try to merge pages that aren't similar, the pages may be permanently unpublished. Merging pages can't be undone once you've started the process. People who like the duplicate page will be informed of the merge. This may take a few days to complete. Content from the merged page, such as posts, photos, and the username, will be deleted during the merge. Okay? So you can learn how to download and save your page content. I just showed you how to download the page. And so when you download the page, you can actually do that. Okay? Likes and check-ins from both pages will be combined and shown on the remaining page. Okay? So I'm not going to go through with this because I want to make sure that I am sure. In other words, I don't want to be unsure about that. So I'm just going to go back here and we're going to finish where we were off. You can actually remove your page. If you delete your page, you can't undelete it. So make sure you're sure about that. Some people have deleted their personal pages and things like that, and they've regretted it later. So make sure that if you delete a page, you have a really good reason for deleting the page, because you can't undo it. Okay? So now you have recommended actions. So what's visible on the page? So this is showing these actions on your page can increase visitor engagement. This is recommended actions, okay? So that'll help with engagement on your page. So now we've covered the configuration of your page. Okay, this is just the general configuration of your page, but you still have all of these little things on the side, like edit page, post attribution, notifications, messenger platform, page roles, people and other pages, preferred page audience, partner apps and services, branded content, Instagram ads, featured, cross-posting, which is actually one of my favorites, page support inbox, payments, and much more. Okay, but this is more advanced, and if you would like to know more about that, I do have more advanced training, but I'm not going to get into that right now because that's advanced. Okay, so that's it for setting up the configuration of your settings for your Facebook business page, and I will see you in the next video.